Oh, this is gonna be so good. This is gonna go so great. What is up, everyone? This is Coffee with Soul. I'm your host. We're gonna chat. We're gonna talk. I'm gonna try to obscure the cough drop in my mouth. I'm gonna see how long it takes until my voice gives out again. This will be the first time that I'm talking for any extended period of time since I got sick last Monday. I think it was Monday. Yeah, Monday when I got sick, when I started getting symptoms. So haven't been out, haven't been around since like last week. I took the whole week off, which is great. Great for productivity and all that. Had COVID, got through it. Pretty okay for the most part. I'm feeling much better than I did do that first day. Sucked. What was in my vault? Shoulders. I got shoulders, and that's why you can see me with snazzy shoulders. Yay! Everything else kind of sucked. What was it? What else was in there? 2 trinkets I didn't care for. Bracers. Don't need that. So I got something. Yes. So it's been good. No. Like first day was really rough. I had a rough time getting meds because like I saw an online doctor person and they're like, yeah, okay, cool, we'll go ahead and get you meds. There was some error, and the website was telling me, yeah, we sent an order over to your pharmacy, and then later on the website said, hey, the pharmacy should be ready. Go pick up your stuff. I'm like, all right, cool. So I go there, and they're like, yeah, we never got any prescription. I'm like, you son of a bitch. So there I am in a Target, sweating my balls off. And I'm like scared as hell because I'm like, dude, I'm like super sick. If I cough or whatnot, I'm just gonna like drop a big old COVID bomb like in the store. But I'm like livid. I'm like, how do you guys not have my shit? Anyway, long story short, I go to another pharmacy a few hours later, pick up my shit there, and then I'm just locked in. Then I'm locked here in the house like I have been like forever, and just dealt with it. Still rated. I just didn't talk at all, and I'm like all meted up, on pain meds and all sorts of other stuff. I'm like, yep, I can raid. I know what I'm doing. The most irritating part of raiding was having to type. Oh god, that sucked, man. I hate typing during a fight. Anyway, I hope everyone's doing well. I really notice, ooh man, this is what happens when you don't stream for a week. Everyone forgets about you. But you guys are the real ones. Hey. I hope everyone's doing well though. Hope everyone has had a pleasant week last week. Reacting to stuff. And most of what was going on last week was just like just reactions to the remix. Reactions to the remix, backlash. I mean, even I was a part of that, giving criticism, and then and then Blizzard responded to me like, hey, we're going to make some big changes. We're gonna and then we're gonna do the trial again for you guys. I'm like, okay, cool. So that's a cool thing that they're doing. I appreciate that. So throughout this week, I'll probably be jumping into the remix, and then I'll just do some live reactions and point out changes. I'll just kind of do a playthrough all over again and see how it goes. And that was it, right? Yeah, there was nothing else really going on. Like, I don't consider the private server stuff, I don't consider that WoW news. That's just kind of like its own separate thing. I mean, the only takeaway from that, because I don't want to give a private server any oxygen really, but the takeaway from that is, I hope that whatever Blizzard is planning for Classic next, that I hope they do like embrace just like fuck it. They just embrace doing like all sorts of weird stuff. Season of Discovery was weird stuff, and I thought that was cool, and then it ended. And I think that was like the most unfortunate part about Season of Discovery, because obviously players have endless hunger, and want more and more and more and more, and they want it yesterday, and they want it the way they like it, but they also want to keep other players down, but they also want everyone to play together. Right? So it is kind of funny though how as soon as Season of Discovery ended, like so many people just kind of dipped out and they went back to their little private server holes and all that. Which goes to show, and this isn't me talking shit at all, it goes to show like players like seek out that stimulus, that dopamine fix of jumping into that world, powering up, doing their thing. It's almost like classic players embrace the idea of event-based gaming more than folks that play on the modern realms, kind of, sort of, because they're like, oh, we don't like the FOMO, we don't like we have to be there for it, and blah blah blah. But then some of these classic players are like, no, we're all for that, sort of, kind of. But no, I'm not going to talk about the private server drama. Like I said, I don't want to give that any oxygen. The real takeaway is, back to WoW. I hope they do some good shit. So, too many people like to complain about anything is my opinion. I agree. That's not an opinion. I think that's a fairly accurate take. So, all right. So what am I doing? What do I do every week? I need to craft myself some good shit. So what am I going to make though? So I think the most efficient thing that I should make for myself will be a new neck. Because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get like a good neck for a long time. And this is like the worst thing that I have. So I think that'll be like the next thing. Yeah. That means I can't. That means I need to rely on someone else to do it. That's terrible. Oh well, that's okay. We're doing delve stuffs. Could do the time walking raid and see what you get from the hero. Oh, that's right. That's right. Dude, I was even giving that advice in the damn reminder video. I'm like, yo, why don't you hold off on it before you get all your stuff? So yeah. That's a great idea, Belle. Should put that into a video. Make some money. Alright. But it is a delve week. So we'll see what we get. There's also this trinket that a guildmate pointed out. A healing trinket. And unfortunately, it's not good for this isn't the kind of thing where I'm going to tell the whole guild, hey dude, you need to everyone needs to put this trinket on. It's not going to work. It's only going to work for actual healers and maybe another prop paladin or whatever, like that's it. But this is a pretty cool external healing trinket. Unfortunately it has versatility, which is like poison to me, but it's okay. Okay, so what am I where am I going? I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so these are good ones. This isn't bad. Let's go to Undermine first. Stupid trinket that dropped for me this week is on use. It's on use. Ew. So you know what sucks about being sick is that allergies have also been hitting me. I'm just gonna take some now. Hold on. Yeah, like having to protect my throat and having allergies at the same time. I really had to teach myself how to, like, I don't know if there's a term for it, but it's when you just kind of like hold in your sneeze. And I don't like that feeling at all. But I'm doing it. Because if I sneeze and like, that'll thrash my throat so bad. Grab your crash contract before you start World Quest? For what? Okay, this thing needs to open. Dude. Yeah, there's nothing to get. Except for what, like the infinite whatever it is. So I'm not tripping over that. Yeah. I'm in no rush. I mean, I think I could have finished it by now, right? Between the dungeon quest that I haven't even done. And yeah, possibly oh, dude, this thing like will not open. Oh my god. I'm having performance issues here on stream. Chris Morris said that is what happens to Star Wars Galaxy. People complain about the Who box system, and the sad part, that box system was one of the best in the box system? What's that? Guys aren't doing the rep yet? Well, I'm not trying, so I only really cared to get to 5. I think there was a milestone at 10 that was like worth going for, but like that was it. So yeah, I'm not a, you know, y'all know me. I'm super casual about it. You finished the last reset? Nice. Yeah. So I figured people can finish it now. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, so my attention, at least for this week, is mostly going to be on the remix opening back up. Because I'm gonna dive right in. I'll make a new character again. I don't know if they're gonna do like a full account wipe. Because if they don't, then I'm gonna have like, you know, a bunch of different achievements that I've already earned, and so the leveling process is gonna feel kind of compromised because I'll have, I think my level bonus is around 50% or so, which is like okay, but I think people are looking for like those super game breaking, hey, let me just get a character up like a little bit, and then all of a sudden I have like a bajillion experience in like, you know, 2 hours or so. I don't think they're gonna let that happen again, which is gonna, you know, piss people off. Let's see, I'm here. Oh, I'm not here for anything. Okay, actually, I'll pick a thing just in case. Just in case I decide to like do stuff here, which I probably won't. But I will do a delve. Yeah, 19 gonna hit. Yeah, I'm not there. I'm at 14. I mean, some people were hitting Flames Radiance at like, you know, the week 1. I think I hit 10. I think maybe a week or 2 before this patch, before the season ended. So like, I feel like my patience paid off, you know. All right, so what am I doing? I'm doing it's an 11. Do I care about using sands? You know, Battered Ages, it's just takes all the thinking out. It's just nice and easy. So let's go do this one. Are you feeling better? Did you have COVID? It seems to be going around again. Yeah, I had COVID. The variant apparently was called something like razor throat, and that was true. It was real. It felt really bad, and so I very quickly was like, I am not going to talk. I'm not going to use my throat. Nothing. So I was doing everything I could to avoid like full-on sneezing, coughing, and stuff like that, and it worked out. I think if I didn't take care of that, then I would have been in a much worse spot, and I really wouldn't have a voice like all throughout this week probably. Well, that's one of those things that definitely tend to happen whenever I get sick, even, you know, COVID or not. Like, my voice just suffers for it, and I kind of need it for what I do, you know. So I don't unless I archive like my own voice and like I AI myself, that's not gonna happen. No. But yeah, I could have swore that you know, COVID was over. That's what they said. So thanks, Obama, for that one. Sheesh. Well, what is that? What have I been doing? I've been playing WoW. I've been playing other games. Um, I've been I finished watching The Expanse, and I was pissed off. Great show. I really enjoyed it for the most part. But I was kind of blindsided when it suddenly ended because there's like 6 seasons, I think, of it. Um, and I was just watching through. I wasn't like pausing or anything like that. I was just kind of like letting, rolling one episode after the other and all that. And eventually, I get like halfway through the 6th season. I'm like, all right, cool. What's next? Because they're setting up this thing, they're setting up that thing, and then like I'm seeing like what looks like, a very decisive looking ending. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, there's going to be more because there's all these other threads that they set up, and then it was over, and I was like, bitch, how dare you? I was mad. I was mad, man. I'm like, I wanted more. So now I gotta go get the books. So, good job, dudes. Now I'm gonna get the books. There's a time. Oh, there's a time jump of 30 years. Holy shit. Okay. Wow. That's crazy. Well, no spoilers, of course. Um, but yeah, I'm kind of shocked. I mean, there were like smaller time jumps, couple months here or like half a year there. 30 years. Because it made it seem like the things that were being set up, it looked like there were like almost imminent things that were going to happen. Oh, hey, it's what's your face? Let's go. Well, I'm going to get fucked up. Actually, no, I should be okay. So you see like these little black void orb looking things? Those actually heal me. So the plan is well, the hope, I'm sorry, is that it'll do some decent raid healing, because what happens is it either does healing, but if it does any overhealing, it will apply an absorb. And the absorb only lasts for 5 seconds, but in a raid fight where there's constant like pulsing damage and all other sorts of shit going on, 5 seconds, no big deal. It'll get used. So I'm looking forward to see how well it performs. Like I use it in Raid Finder, and I was like topping meters, but I'm like, that doesn't do shit. All right, that doesn't mean anything, right? Balazar, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. No, she got me. Well, if there was anyone who's gonna get me, I guess it's okay that it's her. Blech. So. Alright. Oh, okay. Just over there. Speaking of expansion, did you see the RPG they're making? I did not. No. Is it RPG as in like a tabletop or like a MMO or a mobile game? Oh my god. Oh. Well, that's pleasant. I got transmog out of that too. Yay. Looks like a Mass Effect style game. That seems cool. Yeah, I watched it, and then when I saw my wife, I'm like, hey, you want to watch an episode of The Expanse? I already watched the whole damn thing, but I don't mind rewatching it. So I showed her an episode. She's like, oh, okay, it seems all right. I don't know how interested she actually is in it, but at least I don't rewatch things very often. But rewatching that first episode with her, I was like, oh yeah, I was like picking up on like little tiny things that I missed that look a little bit different on your second run through. Panda, what's up? Just a video game or Cyrus Reborn? Novels are great too. Yeah, so help me out with that. Like, how much of the novels or the show, like how many novels worth is that? Is that like a third of the way through, 2/3, or something like that? Because you know, when I do get to reading it, you know, it's only polite that I start from the beginning again, because that'd be kind of fucked up to skip through and then skip through like a bunch of details. Because I did see that one of the actors from the show, I'm not going to spoil anything, but one of the actors had left for like reasons. I'm like, oh, and then they had to like adapt the story for that and all that. So it was kind of weird. But then I heard that the character like still sticks around. I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, anyway, I think I'm dipping my foot in spoiler territory there, so I don't want to be rude. Am I playing with my paladin? No alts? No, not really. To me, for me, alts are just like kind of, they just serve my main. You know, so like, hey, my alts do profession cooldowns and stuff, so I can make money and stuff like that. But I don't seriously play other characters. Like, I'll dabble in stuff every now and then. Like throughout the week, I was like dipping my toes in like my hunter and you know, just to see what it feels like in this season. But otherwise, I just don't get very interested in other characters. Like, my viewpoint, looking at the game through the eyes of a protection paladin, I'm so accustomed to it that I feel out of sorts if I jump into the shoes of a different character or spec or whatever. It just feels awkward. Pretty much all of them, but some of the story and characters. Oh, so it's all of them. Oh, okay. And then it does get a bit more simplistic for the reasons you said. Okay. Well, I'll stop. So how many books, actually? Oh, shit. Damn it. That was the most whipped jump ever. Big fail. 9 books. Okay. 6 books are covered by the show out of 9 total. Okay, cool. All right. I feel like a minority, but I want to ask, you know, the few folks that are here, the real ones. Are you guys mostly one character WoW players? Or do you like have to play like multiples? Not have to. Or do you enjoy playing multiple characters? For me, it's weird. Or like some people, they're like, they'll play one at a time. It's like, okay, I'll play this character this season, and then I'll play a different character next season. You know, I kind of count that as a one character sort of thing. But then some people are like, no, I need to get like, I have 3 characters that I play throughout the season, and all of them got to be maxed out or something like that. Or I switch through them between, you know, between bosses or dungeons, or just out of whimsy and all that. $20 but 1 main gear and grind more later in the season. I'm gonna play just 1 character, you say, but I also end up playing everything except rogue. I just can't connect with a rogue. Yeah, there's some characters that I just can't. I just can't even. And that's almost all of them. Like, I only have a few exceptions that I'll even entertain a little bit. So like Frost Mage, Beastmaster Hunter, Fury Warrior. That's it. Not even Rep Paladin or Holy Paladin or whatever. Yeah, just can't do it. Like I don't find joy that some people do. And of course, one, something I definitely recommend for everyone is to seek joy. And if you're not finding fun in a certain thing, then don't do it. Very easy approach to gaming. I haven't made, but I like playing various other characters during the week. Right on. I mean, I feel like I do want to expand on my horizons like a little bit, just so I don't forget. So that's why I'll try to, hop onto other characters for like a little bit. But for the most part, I just come back here. This is, to me, Protection Paladin, that's like, it's home to me. Balance and Brewmaster and Arcane Mage. Your Fab 3. I think this has been the slow... Ooh, hey, Portal. Freebie. I think this has been the slowest that I've been leveling my alts to. Because, like, by principle, I'll level all my alts to max, just in case, right? And I think the reason I've been going so slow this time around is because there's been all these different leveling events to the point where I just kind of, like, take them for granted. I'm like, I'll wait till the next one. I'll wait till the next thing rolls out, no big deal. And I just keep putting them all off now. So, yeah, well. Alright, Neve, I'll see ya. I like play different characters for enjoyment and keep the game interesting for me. I end up just playing other games. Like, I'll hop onto, like, another thing and do that for a few hours, and just to keep myself stimulated in a different way. That's how I'll typically do it, at least. Okay, so... I'm waiting for the thing, right? Yeah. Just gotta live long enough for the train to come out. Come on, train. There it is. Woo! Boop, 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 boop. Okay, that didn't do much. Oh. We're speaking of classes and specs of most Oops All Paladins with focus on rats. I mean, I'll tell myself, at least I should, like, if I'm going to do anything, at least, like, master everything that is Paladin. Because then I can be, like, the Paladin professor. But then I'm like, nah, this ain't fun. Because, like, one of the other big things about me is, like, I like playing my way. And especially when it comes to, like, DPS, I end up having to... gravitate towards, okay, I need to do the thing that I feel like is a good mix of, like, the best performance and my comfort zone, as in, like, okay, can I handle this rotation of sorts? And I don't know, but it feels kind of restrictive. I just spoiled myself with playing my class the way that I do. It's a struggle because I don't do a lot of damage, so I need to really, like, work hard to do enough throughput so I can make sure I'm holding threat against whoever my co-tank is. But then otherwise, I just like being able to, like, soften the heals and contribute in my own way. They nerfed the boss we're stuck on? We're not stuck on any boss. We had, like, one night of doing that boss. How'd they nerf it? Because that feels like an injustice. How dare they? Oh, I should have used the bounty right away. You dumbass. Oh, whatever. I'll live. was just awesome to me, and I play the game. Still, I'm waiting for Borderlands 4. I will definitely play it when it's on sale. Right. Let's see what's on sale today. We got oh, the Mana Sprite's on sale. I'll tell the guild healers this, just in case they're interested. Decent. And we're doing the roulettes. Let's do it. Ooh. Where's my roulette button? Sorry, I'm purposely talking like this, like a little bit lower, just to make sure I can prolong the health of my voice. Oh God, this is pretty good. This sword looks like a toy, like it was dipped in gold or something like that. How rough. All right. So players targeted by abilities decreased and some other indirect damage nerfs. Okay, so the healing's gonna be a bit easier. We also have like a lot more gear though, because like, let's see, what's the minimum item level for that stuff? So 697. What is the guild's average item level? Well, but we're not stuck on a boss. Okay, the spread's pretty wild, but we're a little bit. I'd say we're about at this item level. People just need to get good. That's all. How's my vaults? I got myself shoulders this time around. All right, so done here. Yeah, done here. I'll go to like the next thing. Yeah, like some of our big pumpers weren't around, so yeah. But I was pushing the team. I'm like, no, we need to learn this fight. We need to learn the routine. And there are things that, in hindsight, I think the tanks and I think we were doing some stuff wrong that we could do better at, to both keep ourselves alive and to get those ads down. Oh. All right. Next. Can I just use the thing? Yes, I can. You have so many vaults to check? Nice. Dude, just let them pile up, man. Just let them vaults just like... Brrr. What's the drop Reno? Same thing as before. The promo is just, it's the purple panda. It's just going until the, I think the 14th of this month. What race except Blood Elves do I like in WoW? I like Orcs. I like Zendalari Trolls. I like Mechanomes, funny enough. Even though I haven't unlocked any. I like Maghar. There are quite a few races that I like. Yeah. I mean, I'm still like a big fan of them not making any more allied races though, and just concentrate on the existing races. Today's nice pick of bountifuls on the keep side street. My comments are great. Nice. So here yeah. Wait, so I am an underkeep. Okay. Which is this one? Orc eyebrows, please. Nah, the Thrall's the only one who's allowed. Just him. No one else. Black blood collector. You know, I know I've done this once. Just once. I like the one where I blow up like these little bomb things, and then a whole bunch of them blow up, and then I'll just take a bunch of ads, bring them together, and then just, you know, use the explosions to like take a bunch of them out. That's fun. So we'll go here. You know, I haven't really seen echoes. I've mostly been seeing the gravestones and stuff. Okay, black blood collector. So yeah, I think I just find stuff and then use the item and hope for the best. Sorry if I overstepped a bit with the callouts in the last bit. No, that's fine. Like for me, I enjoyed myself just fine. I thought the raid turned out just fine. What I didn't like though is I just felt like a raider and not a leader. So whenever I would hear a call out and I'm like, oh no, that's too soon. You know, that's part of me being a little OCD of like, no, I want to say it the way I want to say it or when I want to say it. But then some calls were just bad too. I'm like, oh, I can't respond to this. I'll have to wait until we wipe and then I'll say some stuff. Like, I remember, I don't know if Groom's in chat yet, but when we were doing the boss with the tubes and stuff, I was like tearing my hair out because I'm like, dude, Grim, why are you moving on top of the marker? That's where the raid goes. No. Ah! But then we killed it, so I can't complain too much. I'm just like, you know, in my head, I'm like, we need to restrict movement, you know, or you know, not make the raid move too much, and we're making them move too much. We need to not do that. See, yeah. So anyway, small potatoes. I just want more race class combos. Give me equal tier and paladins. Yeah, that's been a prevailing thing. A lot of folks have been saying that ever since the midnight announcement, because I thought that was going to be a thing. It like that. It seemed like an inevitability. That just didn't happen. I'm like, yay, man, what's going on? First fault and got tier, nice. Yeah, I just, the only thing that I really want, okay, two things that I want. There's like a trinket off of Fractalus? Yeah, Fractalus. And there is a thing off of the Soul Hunters, the boots. Yeah, so one trinket thing and one pair of boots and I'll be good. Two weeks ago, I got the cosmetic off. Oh, the cloak? Nice. I think there's like one or two guildmates that are like running Raid Finder on multiple characters just so they get a chance at like getting it too. But you know, your best bet is to just keep coming with the raid. Eventually, everyone's gonna get it. I'm trying for an LFR and I kept rolling 20s. Yeah, that part sucks. Oh, why are you blowing up? I'm supposed to collect you. Oh, they blow up anyway. Okay. So I suck up this stuff. Alright. So do I just run through these? Okay, so some stuff blows. Okay, I don't really get it. I think I'm doing it right. No more sucky, right? Okay. I remember the first days of this season when I was seeing the gravestones. I was like, and people were dying to like. I was seeing gravestones for people who were dying to like spore bits and stuff. I'm like, oh, that's sad. Now I have had spore bit deaths myself, so I can't really talk too much shit. But I'll see someone dying to like really pissy mobs. I'm like, oh, that ain't cool, man. Shoot. But I think yesterday I was on my mage. I was on my frost mage, and I was dying a bunch of times because, like, my mage only has like an item level of like I think like 6. At the time it was like 640 or so. I'm like, I can do an 8. I can figure this shit out, and I did do it with lives remaining, but I did die quite a few times. Keep getting the same items over and over from your vaults? That sucks, dude. Yeah, so this week is going to be pretty lucrative for us. Like, we'll be able to take advantage of a time walking raid again, which is awesome. It'll give the raid a pretty chill start to the evening. We'll just blast through Firelands real quick, hopefully. And then I think we will do another full clear of normal. Like, I think there's enough people that want like certain bosses, and like notably like the boots and other items that people want. So we are going to lose time getting to yeah, we'll probably lose a little bit of time getting to the boss that we're currently on heroic, but we'll have more gear going into it, so I think it's worth it. I think we're gonna eventually move on from normal though. Like this week is normally the last week that we do normal, aside from special requests. Yeah, because this is the 4th week, and usually, you know, in previous tiers, I would insist that we keep doing normal because I want to unlock the skip, and then afterwards, then we really start peeling away from it. So it's kind of like it is specific stuff that people look for, not like, okay, we need everything. Like I think by this week everyone should have 4-piece or be like really close to it, especially when we do normal and we get a curio thing. So I'm gonna take a look at the guild roster later today, see who's still missing stuff, and just make sure that they get stuff, get curio stuff, and then it'll just be a free for all. So same thing's going on. We did normal twice. We use it to do. We can go. Yeah, the curios are helpful though, as is like some of the sets that people can try to complete. Like people will trash talk on other stuff. It's like, oh, you know, the delve trinkets, they're shit, and there's some of them are really good. So yeah, like these little bits, like the healing adds up. Like I don't think it'll reflect very well here, but yeah, it's not going to show because I'm just not taking enough damage. Because like the ether gauze is an absorb, bulwark is an absorb, holy bulwark is an absorb, reactive weapon is an absorb, lesser bulwark is an absorb, and then twisted mana sprite is all the way down here. So it's just not being utilized because I have all these other things that are like in its way. So like I can't really see what my ooh, nice. I can't really see what my healing and absorbs and whatnot are capable of until I'm like really pushing shit. So the feet loop between the ring and boots, it'll help a lot. Yeah. But I'm probably not going to tell people, hey, we need more DPS, let's give the boots the DPS. Nah, fuck that. It's just gonna be a you want it, you roll for it, you get it, whatever. I know, like, some of the healers are saying, hey, like, we need, you know, it's the healers that need more throughput. I think the DPS need more throughput. We need to overcome mechanics by just kind of sort of powering through. I think our average, the delta between our high and low DPS is still not great. So I got a full normal mage set. Wasn't even when I got most of the set. Okay, cool. Goblin Bomb Trinket Rex Delves. Does it, like, I like the boost that you get when you find the treasure in Delve? That thing is boss. That does insane damage. I didn't think that the Trinket did all that great. Like, it's okay, but I know I'm not very fond of a trinket or something that makes me need to move. Like, that makes me uncomfortable. Stuff and oops, oh my bad. Oh no, I thought I accidentally opened the bountiful thing. Ha ha ha. Alright, we're good. Then it would have felt weird. Alright. One more. Well, I'll do all the bountifuls today. Yeah. Why did I not want to open the bountiful coffer? I only have keys. I don't need to. I mean, I could just open it to open it, but it's not a big deal. I guess if anything, like, it's not for my character, for this character, it's not important for me to farm for keys anymore. I'm like, it's automatic, but I'm over it. Like, I don't need yeah, I don't need it. What animal am I? Currently on this 696. I actually took off Swarmlord. Because this Delve Trinket actually does outperform Swarmlord. So it's the end of an era. Okay, where am I going? I'm going to Hellfall. Haven't tuned the year 700. You should be, yeah. Like, I hold back. I'm still using Cersei Circlet. I'm going to keep using it till the end of the expansion. So, because it's that damn good. You know, I'll be using the belt until the end of the expansion. I imagine a lot of people will do. Fairly sure we're going to have a hard time with getting the hero boots for people. Yeah, I'm pretty sure too. You know, because it's not like it's a token that we can just get. Now, that said, Turbo Boost is going to come. So there's a reasonable chance that one of those dinar things, ship things, whatever they are, they're going to be used for the boots. So. Times when I wish we could select more than one choice in the vault. Yeah. That'll kind of ruin the whole point of the vault, though. I mean, what sucks for Mythic Plus people is that, you know, their kind of gameplay, it's, you know, infinite difficulty and all that, but they're restricted to one myth piece from the vault. That kind of sucks. I can't see a great solution for that, though. That wouldn't lead to player behavior being shifted in such a way that it's like, oh, so Mythic Plus is the real game now, huh? I guess. Rather than try to have like some semblance of equalness. Yeah. Every 2 minutes is a casual 65 million burst. Which trinket is that? Is it the... No, I'm not quite sure which one you're talking about. Shadow Guard? Yeah, that's not familiar to me. Gonna be a fun play for people who keep saying we need more bad luck protection. Locking the vault slots. I guess I'm not entirely opposed to that. If I had to say 3 times, then I don't have a strong argument against it. If it was two hms and then I had something, then, you know, maybe I'd be onto something, but no. I guess it's like the point I was trying to make earlier is that it does kind of suck that for Mythic Plus folk, the vault it's like the progression method on how to gear. At least once you get to that level where there's no other, you know, when you're capable of getting myth track content. Get 2 pieces of tier, lock 1 for 1 less roll next week. But then you don't care about having 1 less roll because you have what you want too. It feels like there would need to be something punitive. Like you would need a trade-off, because otherwise it just feels like this very convenient thing, and it makes the vault feel like a very heavy. It feels like it'll do like a lot of the heavy, more than what should be the heavy lifting of gearing. I'm gonna pull some out. Pulling an idea out my ass is if you lock a slot that you want, the entire row is locked, not just that slot. So you can't get anything until you unlock and otherwise get that thing. But then, yeah, I'm clearly not thinking this through. So it's like, if you see 2 things that you like, yeah, if you see 2 things that you like, you know, you lock the slot, you get what you want, and then you can't earn credits or otherwise unlock a new thing until the following week or something like that. It's anomalies from Nexus King, 11 million per hit. Damn. Oh, that's the one. It's like, yeah, it calls like a dude and then he fires the beam or some shit, right? I think I know what you're talking about. This one. Not that one. This one. Yeah. Cool. Isn't I yeah, I remember there's like so that this particular one um oh shit. I thought there were two versions of that trinket. But I think I'm wrong. I think I'm thinking of like something else entirely. By the way, big thanks to some folks. Thanks to Walknarv. Thanks to Draken for subbing. Appreciate it. Yeah, not being on for a week hurts. Even for smaller streamers like me, I'm like looking at numbers. I'm like, oh boy, this is man. Being sick sucks. Being sick sucks. Nice. Hey, sometimes the best defense is good offense, right? Did I just live a spore blowing up? Yes. I mean, I think I popped my, yeah, I popped my cloak cooldown thing. So, it hurts. I'm sure if I take another one, it will probably one-shot me. Because I think I have gotten one-shot before. Kind of my bad, though, for being sort of... What was I looking at? Dungeon Journal? Whoops. What's up, Blue? Whoop. What's good, man? Oh, good idea. Dude, I picked up, I don't have it here, but I picked up one of those gun things that, those massage guns. Oh, man. That shit is legit. I remember when I first saw them on the market, they were going for like $300 or like something stupid like that. And then the other day I saw one on Amazon for like $40. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try this out. I'm gonna try this out. And it's good. Seems fine. So I'm a happy I'm a happy customer for only $40. Yeah. Yeah, so I was jamming in my shoulder. Very, very cool. Smash Effect, hey, what's up? Did it come with different attachments? Yeah, there was a bunch of them. I didn't understand most of them, so I just put on like the basic looking one that looked familiar. I'm like, all right, let's just try that out with this one. Give it a whirl. Ooh. That would have hurt. Maybe. I don't know if that hurts. One has like 3 heads, a hammerhead, one's like, yeah, there was like, yeah, the field goal one, field goal one, like I saw, there was like a bunch of them. I understood none of it. This way. They make a difference. Yeah, I'll need to read up on it. I just haven't like looked yet. I think a spore bit wanders this way here. Yeah. Oh no. Okay, maybe it won't get close enough. So maybe if I'm like here, I think this will hit it. Come on. Boom. Nope. Did not do any damage. So you can see like there's like 4 of these little black shits healing me. So this is the kind of shit I'm talking about. Like it'll add up pretty fast. Like I don't know how effective it is for actual healers though. I don't think it's going to be like, oh my god, it's going to double their healing. I don't think it's going to be anything like that. But I think it is a pretty competitive trinket. It's like I was looking at it more oinky. It's not busted, but it just seems like it's pretty good. I found the most interesting guild name. The guild name is Kick Me or I Quit. Okay. Oh. Combat locked. Come here. I don't want to go back up. Can I go? No. Man. Bark. Released creatures defeated. It's a lot of creatures. So I seem defeated. The bubble's only 5 seconds. I mean, I don't mind, like, for Mythic Plus, it's not going to be great. For most raid encounters, though, it seems pretty boss. Oh, okay, I got some of them. Good. Good enough. But yeah, when so many of the raid bosses in this raid have like pulsing damage and constant ticking damage, it feels pretty damn strong. So it's just like most of the trinkets that I end up picking up for like healing, it just helps to smooth damage. You know, when I use Word of Glory, that's what saves lives. You know, that's the big one. But otherwise, damage smoothing is a big deal that often goes understated. Oh, Chick-fil-A sounds hella good. Nah, I'm good. I'm okay. I think I've gained weight with COVID, which kind of sucks. Oops. Hero. Oh, it's hero legs. I got hero stuff though, right? Yeah, don't need that. No. Okay. Oh, he's 100 now. Go, Bran. Yeah, okay. Not doing enough. No. I was no. I was avoiding trying to do like exercise and heavy breathing and all that stuff. So I still have squats turned off. I mean, after today, it'll give me kind of an idea of like how well my throat's handling it. But I know I'm like, even right now, I'm like stifling coughs. So once whatever lingering congestion goes away, then it's like, okay, then I'll be good for like going back to the gym, exercising. His lovely wife for not having space for 3 digits, some silly shit. It is kind of goofy. Oh well. I wonder if it's kind of an oversight because, like, you know, just as an example, it could be that when they first, like when they first designed this, they thought, oh, we're going to have another delve person, or we're going to have a new delve companion, right? And so we're not going to get to 100. It's just going to be like 60 levels all over again. But clearly that changed. So this was just left in place from back then. So, oh well. Actually, no. Let me take that back. Small indie company, right? Oh my god. They can't even do something that just requires like a small database change. I think I'm being way too low energy for that, but I hope I got my point across. They're just like so bad. Why don't they just hire those private server people? Well, I can go on. Up to, hey, what's up, dude? Alright, so last one is what again? Oh, I thought it was up here. Oh, it is. Okay, it's that one on that side. But I'm feeling better. It's better, yes. I'm definitely still not 100%, but I'm at least able to stream and talk and stuff. Brand having 12 levels of looking is kind of scary. Yeah, so that's why I think it wasn't really intended. Yeah, like, I'm sure they could have done something different, like, oh, instead of this many levels, let's just make it like 5 levels or something. But then I think that would feel weird for players too. Wrong one. We're like 160 without the squish. A good point too. Oh, so this is the Kobolds on Fire one, I think. That I found interesting when Cataclysm and Mop, they only did the 5 level increase. That was a decision. Getting over being 6 means you're allowed to be low energy. Yeah, but I'm always low energy. It's just especially low energy today. It's just worse. Well, it kind of worked out because the previous couple of weeks have been pretty rough, or they've been pretty hard. With the Gamescom coverage and some other reaction stuff, yeah, it was a little grueling. So having the week mostly off, yeah, it worked out. Can I just? I can't burn anything. I just gotta thug it. Damn. I was hoping for an easy out. Back then was the end of the game being level 100 because who could predict this game less than 20 years? Yeah. Especially since we see all these different games that go years in development and then they just don't work out and they shut down after a while, or like these other non-MMO live service games that try to become like the next big thing and it's hella not. Like that's kind of scary from a developer standpoint, because you have folks that are like, they're putting so much time and energy into all that stuff, and then it just doesn't work out because the marketing sucked or the timing just wasn't right. Rubble, hello. And it's going to be a constant challenge for a while, or it's been a constant challenge for a while, because the game just gets heavier and heavier, and the way that they handle like the previous 20 years of WoW, it's been kind of a crapshoot. Like, not everything has been well received, like the way that they handle like a new player experience, notably. But we also got to consider, like, the main, like, do young people give a shit about MMOs? And actually, let me rephrase. Do young people give a shit about having like this big persistent world anymore? Is it just not really the vibe for the more current generations of gamers? Because obviously, I don't know. I'm neck deep in this shit. My bias is strong. I don't have a good perspective on it. But like, for some of you who have kids, if it wasn't, are they into games like WoW? And if so, is it because of your influence? Is it because they're genuinely interested? Little lightning in the bottle for this genre. Yeah, in hindsight, like, you see how everything worked out so well for a while. Not just because of the games that were out at the time, but because of internet technology. The infrastructure just wasn't quite there. Everything happened to land in such a good spot. And that is a big part of like being of having your media, your game, your movie. Sometimes you just got to get lucky with the timing, or things will work out in a way that you just didn't plan for or didn't predict. So Minecraft is the closest thing. Never understood Minecraft, so I'll take your word for it. It's like rock and roll. It's definitely more geared towards the older generation, but there's always some youngins who come into it and find their favorite things. Same for MMOs. I get that. But like, will there be another one? Will the hype around the right MMO, will that pan out? Or is it just not going to jive with the generation that does just want like the dopamine fix, that does not require months and months of investment into like a character or whatnot to make that happen? I don't know. All my nephew and nieces play Roblox. Well, as long as they're not getting caught up with like no sexy time shit. Gaming is doomed. I mean, I think Roblox is like what it is. This is the kind of thing that a lot of these developers are trying to accomplish, in terms of like, oh man, we need to be a live service game just like Roblox, because it's this whole metaverse platformy kind of thing. But I saw something, an article or something like that, that asserts that Roblox is highly predatory, because what they do is it relies a lot on user generated content, which is, which sounds very cool, which is very cool, but essentially you're just kind of like employing child labor, and you're making money off of the backs of them, with the lure of money, which is like, okay, they're making stuff out of it, but it's such a small cut compared to what the company ends up bringing home. But yeah, I don't know enough about the Roblox infrastructure to give too many comments on that. I think the move will be having WoW on Xbox, and then that stuff is possible. Oh, a free-to-play version of housing to definitely get younger kids to want to buy into WoW. Maybe. I mean, I do wonder, like, because player housing is going to be the closest thing that we've gotten to have bona fide user-generated content. Hearing that we'll be able to import export stuff, it creates this you know, possibility for there to be a market of people who are like, okay, you want me to design your house, pay me to do it, and then I'll design something and then I'll export it to you, and there you go. God, that would be that'd be wild, because whoever does that is going to need to like kind of have an account that is dedicated to just like building someone else's house, and then they export it to someone else. Yeah. Now, thankfully, because we can export it, it effectively means we have unlimited houses. Because if we want to just switch one house to something else, then we can just import our own build, right? And that part is very cool, because otherwise, you know, what if something catastrophic were to happen, and Blizzard lost the house? Then at least we have a backup. But it also can possibly mean those saves can be corrupted too because of like some big change or something like that, and that's also very scary. So the idea of data loss, like that vulnerability is there as well, because unlike importing talents, housing is gonna be it's gonna be way more complicated. Yeah, it's not gonna be like importing a talent build or Rico or something like that. Like, this is gonna be some crazy shit. Yeah, the seller will need to have unlocked that stuff too. User generated content sales will only go so far, because at some point level imports are like NFT level yunkable. I mean, there's going to be people who will request like certain things, and the way that housing is, like you can have like these kind of preset layouts of like the room shapes and stuff, but then it's like how you design the inside that is going to be a lot more there's a lot more minute details for those who are watching like the Gamescom coverage. Like, you get a taste of, admittedly a small taste, because like I feel like they could have done some really weird and wild stuff if they wanted to. Also, I still don't understand why pet battles aren't a phone app. They could be a great gateway into World of Warcraft. I don't know. But no, you're right. They trying to sell yourself as a housing decorator, it's only going to work so much. I think the most successful people who are going to monetize their ability to make houses is going to be like content creators. They're just going to have like, hey guys, like I'm probably going to try to do it. I have no idea how well it's going to work out for me, because I'm not very creative at all. I'm just going to be kind of like figuring it out as I go. But the idea would be, you know, hey, I'm just going to do a housing stream, or I'm going to do like, hey, here's like a 30-minute build of me doing this, or something like that. Like, that's how a lot of that's probably going to work out. Mr. Mobile Auction House? The bots do too. The bots definitely took advantage of the mobile auction house. I remember there was like a lot of back and forth, because what the bots would do, they would like I think they just kind of reverse engineered the app, and they just created like a thing on their PCs or whatnot, like so they can like mass post and do stuff like that. They were using that as their vehicle to do it. I know that was a thing early on. I don't know if that was the reason why they stopped doing it, but I do remember that being a thing for sure. Okay, so I do want to run Raid Finder for the appearance, for the cloak appearance, the boots, and the trinket. So it's like the first two wings that I need to run. I don't think there's anything on the third wing that is good. I have the import features scalable, make some nice meta furniture pieces or rooms for people to import. Yeah, I wonder like how that's gonna work. Like, can I import like one room at a time? Because I think that would be very, very cool if I can limit it to just one room. Because then you can have like these really cool rooms and then share it with people. Like, I think those would be more popular than pulling in an entire house. The other big thing about the mobile auction house is that, and this is, it's kind of a weird thing to point out, but Blizzard is very bad at monetizing their mobile offerings. The exception is Diablo Immortal, which is why it's still around. But like, they have no ads. They don't run ads on the mobile app at the time, and they could have, just like basic, just a banner. That's all they needed to do, and that would have made it into a much more sustainable thing. Like I wouldn't want them to be like, oh, if you want to post on the auction house, here you got to run an actual full screen ad or something like that. Do you think the spooky game type that was talked about in 11.2.5 will be in time for Halloween? I see the haters on X saying that it was scrapped. I don't know. They announced it, so there's the expectation, but there's the possibility that they did scrap it. So I'm not. That's how it goes. Yeah. It'd be unfortunate, but oh well. So. Okay, I got my guild boots. Yay! I'll open this for all of it. Oh, nice. I got a thing. Rep thing for it. I am not going to craft. I'm going to do Raid Finder. Because yeah, when's the guesstimated thing for the patch again? I forgot what I said. October 7th is my guess. Yeah. Do you believe there's ever been a middle ground where everyone is happy as far as gear goes, or no, in your opinion? Can you clarify? What do you mean by gear? Because it's a very broad topic. Are you talking about, hey, the casuals should get mythic gear, or it's only for like the good players, or um, the upgrade system and all that stuff. It's a very broad topic. So I'm curious what you're, because I have takes, and they're all like bangers too. In the history of this channel, no one has ever questioned my takes on gearing. I'm also a big fat liar, so I'm never happy with gear. I actually get pretty satisfied pretty fast. Like I was saying earlier, once I have like that one trinket that I want to at least play with in the boots, then I'm fine. So, because I think I have all the other pieces that I want. Mythic gear only goes to players who do mythics. There's my hot take. I mean, I do buy into the idea that depending on the difficulty, like the best gear goes to like the best gear is best used for like the toughest content. I think getting the appearances for myth track gear is a huge boon, and I think it's the whole point of, you know, from a collection standpoint, because power is fleeting, right? Transmog is forever. So being able to like being able to feel a little bit accomplished by completing the set while it's still the current season and you don't have to wait like however long to collect it afterwards, I think that's a huge I think that brings like a very cool sense of accomplishment from those sorts of players. What's weird for your unique tank style am I looking for? What weird pieces? Well, one of them was this Delve trinket that I picked up on. But I also look for like anything that's crit haste. I'm a crit tank. I avoid verse as much as I can, and I mostly emphasize, you know, for my talent build and everything, focus on external heal. So I'll maintain my Shield of the Righteous buff, but okay, that dude just died to the rim. Can't heal that, man. But yeah, part of the idea of how this trinket works is to run a lot of dots on other people. The sucky thing though is it means I end up using a lot of mana that I don't otherwise have. So I might get screwed. So I got to be very careful about how I handle that. It really sucks. I really wish that the Shining Light procs that I get from, you know, that let me cast a free Word of Glory, that the mana cost went down to. The fact that it doesn't feels rough. Feels kind of punishing. So. Don't get cut, dudes. Oh, he got cut. But like Wayfinder also isn't like a great demonstration of my off healing. Like I'm topped right now at the moment. But as soon as there's like a lot of raid damage, then it'll dip, which is fine. You know, that's how that goes. But I was looking at like what makes this trinket proc, and the most reliable thing that I can do is having my Word of Glory hot rolling, because each tick gives a chance to proc like these little void orb things. Oh, I should be using this too. Let's see if this helps. Oh, now, yeah. I totally dipped on the thing. Not a single wipe. Nice. Good job. Okay, that other paladin who's top of the charts, he's like super jeez. Relax, man. I could be standing and crap too. That'll probably give me a lot more healing because now I'm Made 1.7 million just from selling pets in the Alchemist. 8.3 for the Zulian Tiger Baby. Nice. Yeah, collection is wild, man. People want stuff. People want stuff. I think the season was the first to give us a trinket with only stamina on it. It's kind of funny, huh? Stamina is such a weak stat. But I'm like, I'll take it for like, you know, penis envy. Oh, that was overhealing, my bad. So here's the healing done. Yeah, this guy was like going nuts. So I was second. And yeah, top heal was, check it out, Mana Sprite, number 1 with a bullet. Not bad. Not bad. Now that was high effort. That was me purposefully trying to make sure that I'm applying lots of dots and everything. So this next fight, I'm gonna try to not do that, and I'll just like tank kind of normally, and then we'll see how well it does passively. I'll still heal myself. And I'll look out for people who are like dying, like, oh shit. I'll try to save lives, but I'm not gonna pad. There we go. I crave stamina lets you live longer. It's good for it's good for padding, right? Like if you're gonna get hit by something that's kind of a nuke, then that'll help keep you alive if you happen to have a little bit less health, but yeah, so it'll be cool if I can max out this trinket some more. But then when Turbo Boost comes in, I'm going to immediately buy the hero version of this trinket. So that'll be helpful. Yeah, and as far as I'm concerned, that's BIS for my playstyle. Yeah, that's the cool thing, is that it does give, like the drawback is the duration. It's very, very short. So it's not something that you can just kind of like pad and then, you know, hey, here comes a big attack, and then it softens that much damage. That would feel pretty OP. But the fact that it does it at all is pretty cool. So for instances where the healing is like, okay, this is pretty intense, and, you know, otherwise having like a DPS trinket instead wouldn't help very much. You know, this will be a cool contributor. It's just not something that everyone can pad either. Like you need to basically have healing abilities in order for this to fire off, and there aren't too many classes that have that sort of passive, hey, I heal too, like paladins do. Is this the new raid? Yes, this is the new raid. That's a weird sound. Break so I could get the caster weapon trinket thing to bubble people. I thought about it, but I think I was talking about this the other day too. Like, I lose way too much. Grim will just rip thread off. Hell, DPS might end up ripping thread off of me. That's not going to work out. Now, if I did want to do something like, okay, I'm gonna pretend to be a healer, and I'll go on a tank strike, but I'll still be a tank. But I would just I would throw on the weapon combo. That's where I would do it. So thank you for inspiring a stupid idea. Okay, is it stupid or is it fucking brilliant? I don't know. I will be curious to see what does what effectively does better though, like the ether gauze that I'm using right now, or the ire trinket, because I think that gives me more throughput. And if that helps enough with threat, then I might switch to that, just so I can get a decent balance of defense and damage mitigation. Because as good as this trinket is, I'm not too fond of the stamina, and it only procs off of mitigating damage, blocking, dodging, and parrying, as opposed to just taking damage, which is more consistent. So I want to be able to play with it and see what happens. Damage proc might balance out the raw losses. I don't know, because like it'll depend on attack power, and I'm not sure. Yeah. It's gonna be a while until I can roll for it, though. A bunch of people are going to go for it first. And it's only, well, then again, it's only the one-hander that I would really care for. So, but it's the trinket that's going to be like tough to get. I'll just have to like keep doing raid finder, or once I'm done with getting what I want, and I think I am already. I think I can just start rolling for rolling holy for the vault. That could work out too. Testing when we put the boots on the PTR. Will they? I don't know if they will. Then again, do they even have like the trinket and weapon combo on the PTR already? Just to try out? There's that. Okay, is this the spec that I want? I think I have everything I want. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, if it's myth, you know, I think that's worth trying out. Come on, I want to pull. Just kick that last dude. Was grabbing coffee. Sorry. Oh, excused. Man was grabbing coffee. You gotta give it up for him. Maybe I will try it out. Alright, so let's see how I do on this one. So my positioning puts me at a disadvantage, because I'm like nowhere near other melee. So there's a lot of stuff that I won't really be able to like take advantage of. Okay, I'm healing pets. Woo woo. I mean, I could stand with the group if I wanted to. Don't get cut, my dudes. The only string from this boss is a good 30 million. So this, yeah, I guess this was what I was talking about earlier, right? When I said that there was another trinket that was similar to the Salderheart one. Is that right? But it sounds like it's way suckier by comparison, right? Doesn't make up at all for with like a main stat or anything. Because hey, there's sustained damage isn't all that bad. Okay, this time I'm just gonna stand in the dot. No, I'm not gonna pad. I'll play normal. Because I'm third right now, which is not bad. I'm not even like healing myself really, so. Or not direct healing myself. But now I gotta save lives. Jeez. Oh, you're talking about bubbles. Okay. Oh, okay. I do know what you're talking about. Yeah, that one is good. That one is good. What I don't like though is that it's a 2-minute trinket, right? Like yeah, this one. Oh no, 1:30. Okay. Wow. How am I feeling? Better. Throat is still I'm still trying to protect my throat. So you notice I'm talking a little bit differently. But otherwise I'm better. Yeah, I'm better. Is it pretty forgiving at this level? Is there really much the tank and I run exclusively solo delves casually? It's forgiving, yeah. You know, Raid Finder's a good way to like learn like the very basics of like, hey, you need to position this way as a tank, or you need to guide the boss here, or hey, you're gonna get hit with a really big thing. You need to run it out and protect the raid by just taking the damage yourself, something like that. I've been doing all the things, yeah. So I've been pretty successful at preventing myself from coughing throughout the past week or so. I'm just continuing to keep myself hydrated and all that stuff to clear whatever throat congestion is left, and then but I'm pretty good. I'm just keeping an eye out for like if there's like some sort of COVID rebound or something like that. But so far, I've been improving each day. So. Might be here for another month. I mean, Dio bought a bunch of bags just in case. I sound good. I sound good, but I can tell I can tell my throat feels a little strained. So, like when I did recordings the other week, I did like a short weekly. I did the reminder video and I did the trading post stuff. By the time I was done, I felt so worn out. But that was like a couple days ago. So, and I'm still getting better. You also did not get to take time off of talking all day for work. Oh, that sucks. I think the big thing was holding in my sneezes because like allergies were hitting me too, and that was really annoying. Is there a story mode to kill the other raid bosses? No, there's not. Oh yeah, how did I do on that healing? Lunathar. So, yeah, so this is Mana Sprite. I mean, I did do some healing during that second phase, but it was still pretty good. Like, so it's mostly the bubbles that were doing the work. So here's the effective healing that I was doing, and it was a lot of overheal. But then, what's cool again is that all the overheal translates into bubble stuff. Now, of course, the bubble needs to be spent by them taking damage, but still, it's damage that they don't take otherwise. So it's cool. Ah, you're fine, Degreesman. You're fine. Oh wait, it's past 10. Any news? Nope. Have they said housing chat is its own world or is it the same as city? They have not said it. But they have, in conversations, they've used language to suggest that at the moment they're not considering the city. They're not considering like trade chat to be accessible when you're in your housing neighborhood place. I know it's at 6% now, so I'm like, where does it come from? I think some of my tier things have like a verse in it, so that's different. Yeah, so the shoulders have verse. And I think I have a buff. Yeah, that's Mark of the Wild. So here, let me take that off. There we go. Thank you for pointing out the debuff. Can't have that, dude. Oh, I'm the tank. Hold on. Just gotta wait for Is he moving? He's moving. Can I just take him in the middle and not care? Because I can take it. Okay, I'm gonna try and troll, bring him right in the mid. No. Damn it. This guy's trying to be a Boy Scout. It's a raid finder. Here, now I'm gonna move him. Come on, baby. Super troll. No, he's moving him again. No, what are you doing? Ugh. You guys are no fun. See that? And they screwed up. Housing chat's gonna be a whole different brand of degen crap. We're not gonna have a housing chat, it's just gonna be guild chat. That's it. I was able to get away with tanking boss in mid once. Yeah, it's like, dude, just take all the ads. It's not a big deal. See? Look how awful we are. Just thought I'd be lonely for my solo playing butt. Got it. I mean, if you are, if you're in the neighborhood, there's gonna be people there. I know that I'm one of the folks that is opposed to the idea of having city amenities available in the neighborhood. Okay, no need to try this hard, druid tank person. It's okay. We are quite comfortable here. Oh, we got visitors. Hey! Hello to Talias and Inevitable and friends. Hey, it's Soul. Still recovering from being sick the other week, but otherwise it's good to be here. And I appreciate you. Appreciate, as always, bringing folks over. Although, I think I trash talked him the other day. Said something, I think I referred to Taliesin as just like Evatel's husband or something like that. Like that was it. I'm better. Not 100%. But I'm good enough. Good enough to stream so far, at least. I think trade chat is fine as long as we have no way to crap from our neighborhoods. I'd be opposed to that, actually, Akasachi. I would rather, if we, because I think it would be very reasonable to be able to do crafting in our neighborhood if, like, we have a guild neighborhood. It makes way too much sense to have a feature like that. To do guild orders, personal orders, and stuff like that. But to just not have trade chat access, because having trade chat access would basically equate to, hey, I could just spam, do my trade spam or keep an eye out for stuff, and then not be able to craft. That wouldn't make any sense. So, yeah. I was saying earlier that he's the least famous person in his family. I added that this includes Evie since he's only known as Evitel's husband. That's true. I mean, I'm not knowledgeable about the rest of his family. I know that his brother's an actor, right? And that's it. That's all I know. Look, I only learned his real name when we saw each other for dinner during Boston. I was like, oh, okay, he definitely looks. That's definitely not a famous person's name. I feel bad for him. Come on. Oh, nope, lost. No cosmetics for me. His mom's an actor as well. Damn. What a slacker. Yeah, he needs to get in on that somehow, dude. Oh, we missed the boss. Oh, no. Oh, wait, no, we didn't. They just... Something happened. Oh, well. It's all good. Hello from Evital's husband stream. Nice. Nice. Oh, did he actually catch that? Or did someone point that out to him? I feel... No, I don't feel bad. Because we'll rip each other, like, all the time. So, it's all good. Whether it's him trash talking me on the channel or like, pillow talk. Oh, I hope that, yeah, when BlizzCon comes back around, that... I in hindsight, I do kind of regret not going to Gamescom. I don't know if I would have wanted to be one of those creators that were there for the housing stuff, but I would have at least wanted to, like, be on streaming the thing all freaking day. I would be locked in that room, streaming, doing a 12, 14-hour stream, just answering questions and discovering stuff and figuring out questions for myself, too. But I don't think we're going to get that kind of opportunity again because we're going to have housing soon, and all those questions will be answered, and, you know, I'm not going to trip out so much. That room might be my favorite thing. Oh, the one where everyone gets cut. It's like the simplest puzzle too, huh? And I've gotten caught. Like I thought I had the timing right. Nope. Nope. Not even, dude. Not even. Ooh. So what kind of actor is his mom? Freaking martial arts star or what? Next year it's going to be 12.2 or Last Titan questions. I'm sure it's going to be 12.2. It's not going to, they're not going to talk about Last Titan like that soon. And you also got to wonder, like, with them introducing housing in Midnight, it's like, where do we go from there? What's next? What's the next big feature for them to unveil that will, like, make people go, oh shit? Void Pally spec? Yeah, but that's not like a, that's not a make us go woo at BlizzCon kind of thing. I mean, that's the gonna be the sucky thing, is that next year's BlizzCon is not exactly a WoW BlizzCon. You know, not for an announcement and stuff. Oh shit! Is he pulling him out? Because I think now we're doing it. Yeah. Okay. Needs to be Horde next, race next. Next, race next. So they pulled him here to the door. Is that like a bad thing? Nah, I guess it doesn't really make any difference. Not for our group. Just as hell yes, I'm about this. I'm curious too, because the game has all the necessary features now with housing and delves, I think. I mean, there are a lot of big moves that I'm kind of like waiting for Blizzard to do. And there's one big underserved community that I'm trying to put a spotlight on every now and then, and it's PvP or outdoor PvP. I know people are like, oh, but then no one does that. Who gives a shit? But it's because, you know, I think it's because the offering sucked, and that's lent to why people don't care about PvP as much. So it's just kind of this circular thing. All classes role agnostic. console and gamepad support, maybe. Maybe. I'm curious how they're gonna handle like things like menu select. Oh well, they can just handle it. Like the thing that I'm kind of hard up on is having one mega server. You know, the only selection you make is like just your region, and then your character is like just taken to the place that has the like the best ping for you, and that's it. Server identity is like fully dead. Is what I'm predicting. Yeah, and then on top of that, they'll give us something like first name, last name, so that way we can still have our name identity. That's it. PvP does not belong into an MMO with tab targeting. Why not? I'd love to run the world looking for scrolls and digging up stuff if I had more lore content and I can possibly display it in my house. Well, housing's gonna provide like a lot of long-term stuff like that. But I think archaeology doesn't need to be like the vehicle with which, you know, that has to be done. There's all sorts of ways we can discover stuff. PvP in general needs a revamp, and I've spent a good amount of time in it and climbed to 100. It's just too complex to approach, but it used to be a core feature of WoW. I think it's because, like, I think it's because they let go of the world PvP side of things, and they went all in with, like, the rated stuff. You know, if there's a way we can get, like, gladiator sorts of gear, and otherwise good stuff just through outdoor content, I think that'd be cool. It's just hard because the way that WoW is structured with server shards and phasing and all that stuff, it makes that it really disrupts the idea of world PvE. Imagine that if you're lore walking for all the expansions, the new leveling would be going through an abridged version of the entire story from vanilla to Dragonflight with all new cinematics and voice acting. There was a thread that came from a WoW developer who asked basically, what would you guys rather have? And I'll ask you guys too. What would you guys rather have? Would you rather have higher quality questing with like voice acting and cinematics and stuff like that? Or would you rather just have, you know, instead of that level of production and polish, just more quests? And for me, it was a no-brainer. I want more quests. I want more story to be told. I couldn't care less if it was animated or voiced or whatever, because when the quest is done, the quest is done. But having more story means you have more story. You know, good quests don't require voice acting and cinematics. But questing requires questing. Know what I mean? I think world PvP will naturally return a bit, but they will stick to their mindset of building more small battle quests instead of working towards a big bad. I'm looking forward to what they're trying to do with that Voidstorm area, having like a PvP zone built into the game or built into the world instead of just like this tiny little island like PvP place, or just having the one world quest that people are directed to. You know, to have this like kind of persistent PvP thing going, to me that feels exciting. But eyes and emotion? Huh? What are you talking about, Cumber? If I would prefer 100% more content than more cinematic content, but less overall content. I personally just want a more cohesive story for storytelling for old story. Imagine they actually portray the Bomb and the Thermore properly for Varian versus Garrosh. I'm not so sure if going all in with every expansion at once for lore walk-in is a responsible way to go about it. I think eventually they should definitely do it, but to do it all at once, I'm not quite sure how well that will land, because, you know, investing into doing everything so quickly, I don't know if that's going to have like a very solid payoff, my opinion. Kind of like how a whole revamp of the whole world, that won't really make sense if we're not doing any quests there, right? If we just have it, but like the game doesn't really acknowledge it because there's no quest available for it yet, that would be kind of silly, I think. You know, I go back to, and this is just a personal take, this is just my personal anecdote. I've still yet to play through the old Cataclysm zones because I don't level new characters. So like, I'm not really the audience that they're looking for with that. You know, with adding like a bunch of lore walking quests and things like that. It's more for like new players or people who want that sort of enrichment. People who came in like at different at a different point in the expansion's lifetime. Oh, I need to like taunt something. Don't I? I bet for the next big BlizzCon chair feature is a full revamp, including a long quest and XP like vanilla, something like that. Feels more like an adventure. It would be cool, but I know that I'd be really disappointed as well, because I'm like, okay, that's great, but I'm not gonna touch it. You know? Roll that into the prey system and make it challenging. Prey seems kind of cool. I don't think it's not exactly an expansion seller, but I think it's a cool thing that they're adding to the outdoor world, as opposed to just having like a thing for delves. I don't think a worldview event. I don't think so either. I don't think it's thanks to Midnight that it sets this precedent of, okay, we're going to do revamps where it makes sense. It's going to be piecemeal. You know, if the story's going there, then they'll tell that story and they'll do an appropriate revamp. Before that, though, probably not. What would be my want? Not exactly a want that I have. It's more just like a prediction of how they'll go about a world revamp. Now, what I want, I want to see at the end of this saga, by the end of this saga, like a strong lead up that pits the Arathi Empire versus the Eastern Kingdoms in Kalimdor. Like, I want to see like this kind of new, persistent, long-term antagonist. So the Arathi Empire will never be like this faction that becomes friendly or anything like that. Like, they become like this third faction of sorts. We're not going to play as them or anything. Not as the Empire. There might be a whole Arathi allied race, you know, hey, these are rebels or whatnot, whatever. And I want the thing right. Oh, raid skip. Yay, raid skip. I want bootsies. That's leather, buddy. No. Denied. No. I miss having factional and condition low. No, I would want to see, like, basically the Rothi Empire shows up. They become this very intimidating, not big bad, but this very intimidating antagonist. And that's what's going to, like, almost indefinitely put a pause to Horde versus Alliance. Now, they can be rivals and stuff too, but the whole them trying to kill each other, that's going to be put on indefinite hold. Here's about gameplay features. Always curious for people complaining about housing not being their thing. What gameplay features would they even want? Well, I think the important thing is to ask them. Right? What do they want? And I do try to listen, and for the most part, I just hear from those conversations. I typically hear more dungeons, more raids, more of the same. And it's like, okay, I get that. But I think people yearn for, like, new stuff too. People are like, what are things that other MMOs have that WoW has not had? The biggest one is probably housing. And I'm sure there's other, like, roleplay kind of support things too that people care for, like, oh, I want to be able to marry people, I want to have kids and shit like that. Or, hey, I want to be able to make my own dungeons. Lean further into user-generated content. But I also imagine, like, after the saga is when they'll do another, like, big thing with class design. How are they going to do? Are they going to just reset the talents and, like, do the same sort of system? Are they going to do something else? I would be a fan of them doing something else, as long as it gets me a two-handed shield or dual wield shields. I'm all for it. This is the last one, right? Yeah, last one. I think player housing is going to get boring very fast. I hope I'm wrong. I mean, it's as boring as you want it to be. If you want to create for yourself, like, this cool space and present your collections in a neat way, as opposed to just making your achievement number go higher, then housing is going to be unlimited content. Straight up. If you don't care for it, then you don't care for it. That's it. And no one's trying to, like, force you into that. Yeah. I would like to see them go back and try more with, like, try more with social features. So, like, for example, improving guild perks and benefits and stuff. I think that needs a lot of help, and even it needs a lot of help, and yet not a lot of help, because the whole point, the whole thing with a guild is you want to be a part of a guild. It's not oh, I want the perk that the guild provides. They need systems that make it compelling to not just be in a guild, but to actually play with the people inside of it. Because that's what Cataclysm did a very bad job of doing. People joined up because they wanted the pet, they wanted the heirloom, they wanted the ability to summon people via teleport and stuff. But they didn't really do a great job of providing benefits of, what it means to be in a guild group, aside from, like, a little bit of gold here and there. Like, that was it. Oh, my healing is awful. Damn. That tractor dude is just, like, dominating. Sheesh. Actually, wait, I'm suddenly third. Okay, I thought I was doing way worse. Never mind. We need to either go role agnostic or actually go in on fleshing out a support role. Do we? Like, I don't see going role agnostic. To me, that's tantamount to having a new game. You know, that would take the idea of spec identity and like just, I think that would fuck it up. Okay, so this is the one that I would want. Right? Spells have a chance to thing, granting you int. Oh, it only grants me int though. Oh well. So I'll just roll for off spec. Does that do anything? I don't know what it does. But I got nothing anyway, so sad song. Anything there? Nope. Alright. Yeah, in-game the community stuff has been was forgotten, which is really unfortunate. It'd be cool if instead of factions, you can earn the trust of whatever race you want, kind of like in Fable, being able to be good or bad and build up the guild system. What would that translate to, though? I want to see an endless mode to push in delves. That could be cool. Maybe. The not issue, but the consequence of delves is that, you know, delves are role agnostic content. You know, what the intention is, doesn't matter if you are a tank healer or DPS, you should be able to be fine. But tanks have such an advantage. The tanks in outdoor content is just a question of how long does it take for you to kill the thing. Whereas everyone else, it's like, oh man, am I gonna survive? Am I gonna make it? Tanks are like, whatever, it's just kill speed. That's it. That's something that I think that'd be cool, Travis. If they added, if they turn the Galagio into this sort of casino kind of thing, that'd be sweet. So like mini games at both the Dark Moon Fair and the Galagio, that'd be sick. That would be sick. That's the same as take housing, just an expansion over the collection system. You couldn't please people who didn't care about collections the same. Yeah, if people didn't care about collections, housing isn't going to do a damn thing for them. Now, of course, if people didn't care about collections because they didn't really care about just adding stuff onto their UI, and this actually gives them this sort of like tangible expression of their collections, that might get those people into it. But then other people, no. Don't lose your voice or you'll sound like an old cat like me. Hey, some people like cats though. Hi, Tomcat. Long time no talk, dude. How you been? Well, one support spec, what are they going to do with it if they don't expand the role? I think they should. I'm still gonna reach this one to the moon. Give it to tanks. Give it to tanks. And on top of that, change augmentation into a tank role, into a tank spec. Yep. I know people, some of the critiques on that take is, oh, well, tanks already have a lot to do. Do we really? You know, if it just changes our rotation a little bit and we adjust our cooldowns to like be one thing or another, is that so bad? And I'm not even saying that the tank role needs to switch to like this kind of support spec. I'm just saying add some of those things in, because that's what I do right now. It's not the best example, but it's the closest thing, I think. Like what I do is one form of a possible support spec. So like, you know, I'll do like all these different things to like do external healing. But on top of that, if there was like a couple of things that I weave into my rotation, or like a cooldown that I can hit that helps to deliver a bit more throughput to the team, that's it. I think that's like a big thing. And like you can lean harder into defensive stuff, you can lean harder into DPS increases, but it's only going to get you it'll only get you like so much out of it. but I would say like it would translate into ultimately the tank feeling like they're contributing more to where they feel like they're much closer at contributing DPS levels kind of throughput. That's it. That's it. So, like, last season, I was playing an augmentation evoker a little bit. I thought it was fun. So, my only thing with augmentation is that it's attached to Drekthir. Oh, I'm sorry, it's attached. Yeah, it's attached to evokers, and evokers have like T-Rex kind of hands when it comes to their range. So that part doesn't feel great. Outside of it, though, I'm cool with the gameplay. I think it's neat. I think the biggest critiques against augmentation though is thanks to one part the transparency of WoW that allows us to see like meters and all that stuff, and people just thinking with their dicks. Oh my god, if I'm not showing up on the meters, then this is like totally worthless. Blah blah blah. Blah. So. How cool would it be to be a melee range barber weaving in and out? I don't know. I mean, the Devour Demon Hunters will help you out with that. If we're going to have one class, one spec that are functionally mid-range, then we need to rein in other specs range. I think there might be a time where they just like let that go and just give them better range and adjust the numbers, and that's it. So let them experiment as long as they like. But I have a feeling that they'll eventually give in. It's just the question of when. Okay, so I did Raid Finder. I did my delves. Oh, the world boss. I can do the world boss. There's so many people not understand they were doing better because of the AUG person. Yeah, there's, you know, and it's no one's fault really. It's just the consequence of being able to like see the numbers, and so gamers want to see the numbers, and if they're not seeing it, then they just think it's trash. I don't know what to do about that. I think when the time comes and, you know, we finish with heroic and stuff, I'm probably gonna go back to trying out the AUG person, because like I'll hop onto like the Fury Warrior, the Frost Mage, the BM Hunter. I'm like, okay, that's cool, but not very exciting. And I definitely feel more excited. I felt more excited about playing as augmentation. And then I did look at the numbers later. I'm like, okay, I'm doing decent. It's not super great, but decent. Which is kind of a compliment to myself, because otherwise I'm not very good at doing damage. So force more specs into the mid-range and bring back far range with a dead zone. I don't know. I feel like ultimately, like, the accessibility will trump out, because if we need to rein in, you know, mid-range spec, you know, if they take all the current specs and make them mid-range, it's going to make all those people really upset. I think the better play, honestly, would be altering counter design to make it not that great of an idea to be at max range all the time. So I think you can do that without straight up saying, oh, okay, your range is now limited. That's already a mid-range DPS. Good point. All right. Said I was going to Kadesh. Dead Zone Hunter was the killer. I was so glad when that went. Yeah, like if it's like, hey, ball up, and you need to like stand back a little bit and risk death, that sucks, right? Red can say that when they don't need an aura to tell them if they're hitting with wide attacks. Do you think the reason why people want to play Evoker is because other classes can play that now? Do you think the reason why people want to play Evoker is because other classes can play that now? I'm not quite sure what you mean. People want to play a class because they just want to try it out. Switching from bow to dagger sword was basically death. Not limited to track there. Do you think the reason why people want to play Evoker is because other classes... I still don't know what you're trying to say. Sorry. Alright, world boss. What's that? 300 rep? Yeah, 300 rep, okay. Dead zone should still be in for PvP. Okay, that's not the thing. What time do you think we'll see the Legion remix updates? Is the PTR still up? As soon as it goes down, then we'll know for sure. Oh, damn. Okay, Wastelander. Okay. Where's the world boss thing? It might mean other races can play Evokers. I don't see that happening anytime soon. You know how, for the most part, demon hunters, they come. You know, there are certain origin points for demon hunters and for death knights. The origin point for evokers is tens and tens and tens and tens and tens of thousands of years ago. So how do you do that? You know, I've made up stories about how mechanomes can become evokers by installing dragon body parts and stuff, but otherwise, how do you do it? PTR still up all but one server? Yeah, okay. Alright, keeping an eye on Ashes of Creation. It's got some really nice ideas going on for class fantasy and systems. I saw a couple of like pre-alpha videos over the past couple of months. It just looks like any other thing, honestly. But no, I have not been paying enough attention to it. There comes that point where, like for example, someone like me who's been playing this game for like such a long time, it's hard to see myself going anywhere else. I'll go as a visitor for sure. You know, try things out, see what it's like. Might be cool. But I can't see myself moving to a new spot. Like it's kind of a home, you know? Hell, in a few months it's definitely gonna be a home. Not Evoker, now other classes can play Drafter, right? I mean, that's cool. But I don't see it going the other way around. It's got my interest peaked as well as my home. I mean, I'll feel bad if it doesn't work, if it doesn't work out. I'm just wondering, like, is Ashes of Creation and other MMOs that are being made, are they being stuck in development for so long that they just don't become like appealing? It goes back to what I was saying before. Like I feel uncertain that newer MMOs that try to come out, that they'll really appeal, because I think the main audience that they would be trying to get is current MMO players who might be really entrenched in WoW, Final Fantasy, that sort of thing. You know, they're gonna get people who do just kind of like jump to new universes and stuff because they just feel like it. But I don't think that they're going to really get like the diehards to like be like, oh man, I played WoW for 20 years and like this like blows everything away and blah blah blah. I mean, there's going to be a non-zero number of people who do that, but I don't think it's going to be like all that significant. Thanks for helping. Oh wait, he used it? Oh shit. I didn't look at what he did. Is that what happened? I did not realize that he actually used my audio. It's been 7 years, so in MMO terms, not that long. We've all very extremely invested in communications with the community, though. I'm very impressed. That, yeah, I see like monthly updates, and that's a cool thing to see. You know, so that's them trying to create or to nurture that audience. Nothing wrong with that, man. Josh F. Hayes mentioned in one of his videos how the MMO audience is so small that most new MMOs try to cater to the same audience, and eventually you'll go back to the OG game. I mean, that's kind of what I meant about, like, you know, I'm going to be a visitor of, like, these other games, and I'll try them out whenever I can. But for the most part, it doesn't take long for me to be like, all right, I'm coming back home. You know, kind of like how classic players be like, okay, I'm doing this whole Dragonflight thing, whatever, not feeling it. But then when classic comes out, oh, I'm back, guys. Let's go. And, you know, that's cool. You know, and now WoW has embraced that feeling. So what are they going to do next for like for a classic? I don't know. We'll see. Was in as open as a thank you to. Oh, was it okay? Well, you're welcome. Yeah, because when you want to hear the original? Because I have it. Like, so quick story. The other over the weekend, he was talking about how he wants to get the video out, but he can't because the audio was really shit. And so I DM'd him. I'll be like, hey, dude. You know, we were chatting about it for, real quick. I was like, hey, why don't you send me a sample? Because I only asked for a sample. Why don't you send me a sample? I'll see what I can do to clean it up, and then see what you think. Then he just sent me the whole thing. I'm like, oh, okay. Cool. I guess I'll do the whole thing. And so I did the whole thing, and I didn't like it still, but it was better. Oh, nice! I got mail waste. Woohoo! Transmog. So yeah, I'll play a few seconds of it because it's pretty bad. Yeah. They never censored him, which really sucks because otherwise his visual was really good. He's got a good vlogging camera thing. Just gotta find it. Oh, here we go. So Here, let me mute this first because I think it's going to sound really awful. Or it's going to be like super loud. Okay, so get your ears ready. So this is what the original sounded like.
Over there we had Warcraft, we had the special Simon Warcraft, so essentially kind of like an emissary system of sorts that we saw in Legion originally. Is this something we're going to continue to see in Midnight?
I think so currently. We may iterate on that as we get into beta or testing our in-game loop. But I think that we always want some kind of structure, or rather, for world quests, whether that was emissaries in the past.
Yeah, so it did kind of suck that his mic did not pick up in that way. So, oh well. Well, I'm happy that I helped. Yeah, I thought the cut that I gave him sucked too, but oh well. PoE 2 is in early access yet at Season 3? Season 3? Wait, so what's going to happen? I think I remember when they released PoE in early access that they said that whatever progression you do is going to carry over to when it goes live, but they're still in early access? That's odd. They're very clear on this game not being for everyone, so yeah, it'll likely to have a niche. That's cool. But is that sustainable, you know? You know, ideally, any MMO maker would want to have like the whole planet playing it. Yeah, that was Mr. GM's recording. Blizzard never sent their recording yet. Sounds like an old VHS I have of my graduation that they used the Western mics too. No, that's Mr. GM's mic. So, here, let me show you the, for those who haven't seen it, I'm going to mute the audio. You don't need to hear it. So, here's his raw footage, you know, and then here it is. So, imagine this. Imagine, you know, you see them on screen, right? You see it on screen. Where the mic is the same location. So it's picking up everything around them. It's picking up the, like, and remember, this isn't like, this isn't an isolated stage. It's like part of a booth that's part of like the whole thing. So in the background, there's like, of course, there's the crowd, and then there's just ambient noise, and then there's music as well. So like when I was doing the edit, I was like, dude, okay, there's music back here too. I can't do this. This is like way too hard, because when I try to clean up the fuzz and the background stuff, the music is still there, and you can't really edit that out very easily. I'd have to go in and like poke holes at everything, and that would have taken me like hours to do. I'm like, hey, I'm just doing a quick hey, here's me running my usual filters through, see how this looks. Cool. So yeah. Yeah, it's like, it would be better. It would have been arguably better if there was a speaker that Dan could have put his mic next to. Of course, he wouldn't be able to get this shot either. So it would have been good for him if he had, like, if there was someone else with him, if they were next to like a speaker, if that was a thing, and then they would just be there with their recording, and then they would, you know, we would take this footage this audio that's recorded on the side, and then that would have been it. That could have done it. But unfortunately, it just didn't work out. Well, bummer. The other thing that would have helped too is, because I know he uses a certain vlogging camera, and I do remember him using a mic, and he has 2 mics. So what he could have done too is, as a backup, just tell Ian, hey, put this lapel on. Just put this lapel on mic as well, but then speak into the thing, and then it'll be fine. This is just for backup. And then he would wear the lapel mic too, and that would have been golden. That would have been like, wow. So it's unfortunate that it didn't, that it's mostly Blizzard's fault, right? Because they're supposed to be the primary. They were supposed to give the primary source. Other interviews, though, it's often the creator that has the primary footage and audio and stuff, and Blizzard's the backup. So like that's what happened to me at Boston. Like I had like I couldn't publish my interview anyway. That's a whole different thing. But when I did my recording, something I screwed up and I didn't get the recording at all, which is like, oh shit. But luckily I had the backup. So they sent that to me in a few days and it was all good. Here it was different, but oh well. Having an isolated background recording would fix that in post. Yeah, like I said, if he had someone else with like their phone or something, it could have been as simple as that. Standing next to a speaker, cool. I mean, it would have helped. It still would have been kind of bad because there's still a lot going, but it would have been much easier to clean, for sure. They really thought people were gonna stop at what they were doing and pay attention a while as if it was still the game. They weren't ready at all. No, I don't think that was it at all, Ray. So one, this was not Blizzard's audio. This was Mr. GM's audio, and then I helped clean it up a little bit. But their script is just not giving Mr. GM their footage or their recording at all. So that part sucks. But as for the presentation and stuff, no, I like these days Gamescom is huge. No one game is really carrying the torch. But then back during Gamescom 2015, when the show was smaller, there were fewer games being featured. Blizzard was like the big name at the time, so they did have like full dominion over what's going on. I many posts will be written. They'll continue to be written, wondering what happened. And to me, like the big thing is plans changed. There was the original post opening night live stream that they said they were going to do on Twitch and YouTube. That ended up being changed, and we, the public, weren't told about this until like a week before. Now, as for when the plans actually changed, I don't know. I can speculate, make up answers and stuff, but no. Okay, world quests for the whatever it's called. There's a thing, right? But yeah, it's over there. Cool. So, which ones will I do? I'll do the easy ones. So like, what are easy ones? Okay, that one's easy. Oh, these two. That's a joke. Okay, let's do those. Blizzard videos were struggling to make the audio well. They even re-uploaded them too. Oh, I know exactly what happened with that last one, Ray. You're talking about the one that was like, okay, they uploaded it and then they took it down. Like, I was here for it when it happened. So when they did the upload, the problem was with the encoding, I think. I'm predicting that is because when they encoded the video, they didn't check it afterwards. I think I even have, I think I have the originals. Okay, I'm not gonna bother showing it. But what happened is that in 2 parts of the original video, there were 30-second freezes. Yeah, there are 2 30-second freezes, and it was just all, and of course they couldn't let that stay, so they took it down. Took a few hours to bring up the new version, and then that was fine. So the systems panel now is cool. The lore panel, not so much. That one kind of sucked because, like, I don't know why they ended up playing some. They overlaid some really loud music on top of it, and I thought that was not a very good way to do it. Yeah, you're pointing at that out too. So yeah, Messon was on the official. Yeah, so he was mentioned, and then that was pulled, but also he didn't show up. I don't think, right? I think the last time we've seen him was during the China Joy stuff, and I think that was it. You haven't seen him spot at Gamescom? Yeah. So it could be a help. Yeah, I mean, it could be a number of things. But we got nothing. So is Legion Remix with changes up? Not to my knowledge, no. When it is up, then I'm going to be covering that. I'm gonna do a playthrough again here on stream, just hang out, see what it's like. Yeah, Hell Family, COVID. But it's not even so much that was the problem. It's how they ended up having to adjust. They just didn't do great at it. That's it. I think anyone would struggle with something like that. And in this case, they didn't handle it as well as they woulda, coulda, shoulda. So. But ultimately, it's up to each individual person to be like, oh, I really care about this. This is, the way that they presented the information. It's a very big deal. It's going to decide whether or not I'm hyped for the expansion, blah, blah, blah. Now that it's all said and done, now that we do have all the information, mostly. Oh, I didn't realize I can jump like this. Yeah, that's cool. Whee! Yeah, I'm like hella fast when I do it like that. Sheesh. I mean, so that's why I wanted to do like just the recap. For those who didn't want to look around everywhere for information, I'll do the daily recap. Okay, here's everything that I found. And then one nice beefy one at the end. So I hope that, at least helped to get the information out there. And then like MMO Champion, Wowhead, they did like their own big recaps as well. So. Is the Thrall plushie the one that was on the store a year ago? I'm not sure. My last Doomer chat, I swear, but $100 Metzen left because of friction, and in a couple of months it's going to be like a left because of personal issues. Could be. I mean, remember, he left because, part of why he left was because of all the pressure he was feeling, and it was stressing him out. It could be the same thing here, too. He's like, hey, dude, my mental health is number one. I'm not going to show. Could be that easy. You blame Blue. Damn him. Okay, so... so I can do the thing now. The special assignment. And then there's whatever new campaign thing there is. I'm probably gonna wait. I think one thing that I've learned with the ecological succession stuff is that people are looking at this cozy content is not cozy at all. People are looking at it like super sweaty content. Oh my god, gotta get everything done, gotta race to the end, and people are like slamming it, you know. And Blizzard's at fault for not making the quest very friendly for massive amounts of players showing up. But still, though, it's like, hey, we can always wait, man. And it makes doing this weekly here super cinch. I'm not going to do all these. I'm just going to do enough until I get enough credit. Because I picked up, what, 7 or 8 quests? Easy. Doesn't it the cozy vibe? For me, it hits that. Mostly because it's, you know, non-combat and all that. And I'm just like doing everything on foot. While I chat with y'all. Regal Thorntail. So I don't know if this one's going to fire off right. Yeah, because I think that's the selfie one. So I don't think that's going to show up right. I think I picked up too many quests at once. There we go. So like when there's multiple camera things, that can get really really annoying. Okay, so there's this one at least. When I get to collect animals for my Jurassic Park. I don't know if there's like another one that well, I don't know what this other quest is. Like I know I didn't get that far. People not realizing they add quests on Friday as well kind of helps space people out. Oh, that's a good point too. Yeah. But yeah, like I'll do this part and then I'll wait till things die down or when I'm not really doing anything else. Then I'll pick up the other quests. And then there's this stuff. Oh, this does not help when I have like these little flying dudes chilling. Oh no. I do hope that they have a build soon though. I don't want to wait till like the weekend to do the remix. Like I got other stuff to do too, man. I gotta get caught up with everything that I didn't do throughout the week. Mostly cleaning. Like my parents are gonna come back here for about a month or so. That's gonna be great. That's gonna be wonderful. This expired luck potion for the gift quest and crash is gonna kill me. Low wash drop rate than old school fell board expired luck potion. That is new to me. Still excited to try it and hope that it's moving towards it being right. Yeah, me too. You know, so I'll see what's going on and I'll report it. And then I'll talk smack. But for those bigger transmog ensembles, I definitely want to go for that. I just really hope, I really, really hope I don't need to actually do a plus 25 with a group. I'm going to fight that one so hard. I mean, I'm sure it'll be much faster to get to if you do it in a group. But I don't want to do it in a group. I want to feel like a badass all by myself. Oh, that's bad. Commander says, yeah. I mean, like some of them are going to be easy to get, you know. So don't get me wrong. It's not like that's the only one that's desirable. Like doing the other ones, like doing the mythic raid and all that, like that's going to be attainable, and that'll be part of like the step. It'll be one of the steps as we eventually collect all 4 of those. So it'll feel rewarding as we get to that point too. Okay, I need one more flying dude. Flying dude. Yoink. Yeah, we'll have people to do it with. For me, it's like almost by principle. I gotta be able to do it on my own too. It just wouldn't feel right otherwise. You think the Alliance will be kicked out of Silverman at the end of midnight? I don't know. I don't think they'll be kicked out necessarily. I mean, we've yet to see a expansion hub shut down for like a faction. Have yet to see that. So I'm not really counting on that happening. Did I get you already? No, I did not. I think I got a fish too, right? Maybe. Get well soon. I'm trying. I mean, I am better. Not 100%, but I'm getting there. Once I'm done with today's stream, and I'll end at the usual time. I'm gonna pound a big old thing of honey lemon stuff that I have set up. Even if you can power game, and I want to see what the actual gamer guild group can do, pushing Mythic Plus and Remix. Yeah, if we have folks to do it, and I'm pretty sure it's going to, you know, once we get to that point, it's probably gonna feel role agnostic. Like, you know, no one's gonna really be taking damage. It's say 5 DPS or whatever. It'll eventually get to that point, but I do feel, and I do support this, that the Legion remix, it's doing more to emphasize, yes, there are actual classes and roles in play, whereas the mob remix, it eventually started to blend and not mean anything anymore. And as fun as that could be, I think overall that's kind of a minus. Kind of. I'm kind of waffling back and forth on that. Is it a new? No, it's not a new drop. It's still the old drop from a couple weeks ago. But I'm not going to not mention it. Most fun I had in Remix was the early few weeks when I would focus on powering up while my guild focused on the mounts. So getting up to carry everyone in guild and raiding until they caught up the following week was a blast, lol. No, that felt good. It felt good being able to like help. It was like me, Mort, and like a couple of other people who were like going the whole power route, and it paid off. So take a picture of one more dude. Oh, you're just right here. Sweet. What's up, Destin? I received an email in mid-August from Chris's tabletop gaming company, Warcraft Gaming. The campaign was 2021 and has been selling for years. The email said to stay tuned. Oh. Interesting. Alright, what other things? Okay, there's the food shipment, which I know I can do. Isn't there... Don't we get, like, the fishing one, too? Oh, this one, the race. Yeah, and then there's the fishing one. Okay, I'll do the racing one. That one's chill. Unless I screw up. Ooh, I want a very challenging race. Huh. Let's see what this very challenging race is all about. Let's go. So what makes it more challenging? Well, I guess one, I'm behind. No, I'm losing. Come on. Oh, I lost. Darn. Well played. What, do I actually have to win? Oh, crap. Oh, no, I don't have to win. Okay, I'm done. Hope they announce midnight. I hope so, too. I hope they do it sooner than later, so that way... Because I remember for War Within, it took them a while to give codes out, but then they eventually did it. So it'll be cool to get that sooner than later. Oh, hey, look at that. A veteran neck. That's actually better than what I have. Haha. Interesting. I'll hold on to that. That I didn't predict. Think we'll see a Redicron in midnight? I think so. I think at some point we'll see him. Yeah, I think he'll make an appearance, but not so sure if he'll like show up. Oh. Oh, I could sell it. Huh? You know, let me sell this thing. Pets aren't really my thing, so... What was it called again? A scrappy... Thorntail. Cool. 100k is fine. Didn't say he would return what the Titans did? Yeah, I mean, we might start seeing some of that towards the end of midnight, or hints of it. You know, so not to say that he'll come back, but that he'll make an appearance. That could be a thing, you know. So how's the gold looking for this week? Gold, 8,000 gold. That's not bad. That's okay. I think I've done just about everything though. Not looking forward to the price. It's gonna. Well, what was the last time? $130. But then that's domestic, U.S. I know for out of the country, it's like a lot. That end, I don't know what tariffs are going to do to it either. So I wonder, like, yeah, I wonder what's happening with that. Trump is 100. Trump is correct. God damn. You might as well have someone fly it over. If you know anyone who's gonna like be in the area, just pick it up or whatever, and then fly it over. So do they not sell them like in stores at all anymore? If you do anything beyond physical beyond the box, it's like the yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy. Boots. Hey, what's up, dude? Cheers. Dude, it is warm in here. What is the temperature going to be today? Yesterday was like in the 90s. Now it's dying. Today it's going to be 88, which is not as bad. Still sucks. Yeah, it's still going to be pretty bad up here. I'm totally going to like shut down and nap. Shut down, lunch, nap for a bit. Only the store that's what's made the stupid poster fee go up, because for some weird reason they decided their warehouse should be in Spain and not a proper country in the EU for import. What shield am I using? I'm using this one. I'm using the Delve shield. That gives a bit of a shield. That gives a bit of a damage bubble thing. But of course, it also doesn't give me any stamina at all. So, oh well. I mean, like the stamina trinket I happen to be using makes up for that for sure. So, okay, so tonight we're going to Raid Finder. I'm not Raid Finder. We're going to Time Walking. So let me double check what's good. Going to Firelands. So I didn't really take a good look at the trinkets, but so healing spells have a chance to instantly heal the most injured. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Here we go. Chance to instantly heal the most injured nearby party member for 1.6 million. What's the chance on that though? What's the proc rate on that? Proc rate on that is 45. Whoa. Yeah, 1.25 per minute. That kind of sucks. Yeah, that's not great. Do they still raid skip group? Do they still do raid skip group? I'm sure they do. Seen a lot of tiny packages that with tag on shipping costs in the hundreds at work. Got one that was 600 euro. Damn, that's crazy. Melee range attacks have a chance to grant 5,000 crits for 30 seconds. 30 seconds, that's a lot. Damn, that was not bad. Grants mastery. That's it? 1,200, 600 mastery? That doesn't seem like a lot. Melee attacks would reduce you below 35% health, give you a bubble for 4.5 every minute. Nah, it's every minute. It kind of sucks. Melee range attacks have a chance to give you 6,000 haste for 15 seconds. That's not bad. Way better than this one. Yeah. So, yeah, this is so unbalanced. Like 5,000 int, but only 1,600 mastery. But I guess you have the constant uptime. And then this one is a proc rate, which is probably going to be like 1 a minute or something like that. But it's way more, so I don't know. You get a charge each time you cause a damaging spell crits, given a chance to fire a lightning bolt. Depending on how many charges, that's okay. And then gain crits every time you deal like crit strikes, stacking up to 5 times. So I guess that does feel. I guess the secondaries do feel like they're normal like that. 1,500 stat though, that doesn't seem like much. I think I'm more interested in the necks and rings and stuff. So like the one that I would want would be maybe this one, Necklace of Fetishes. Off the first boss, but preferably I'd want to go for the hero one if it happens to come from the quest. But then otherwise, you know, haste mastery. Okay, 2 haste mastery trinkets. That's cheap. And then the first mastery. Yeah, so it's all right. And then for fingers, I think there's like three of them. So crit haste for that one, crit mastery for that one, and then haste mastery. So they're not bad selections. It's just that one of them might be likely to be taken up by the Dementius one. Is that what this one is? Shattered Soul. That one is, yeah, Dementius. Okay. Otherwise, yeah, I'll wait till later today to maybe craft something. Actually, I'll wait till Thursday. Yeah. But it feels like it's gonna be most likely, even if I do get something cool, I think I still will end up crafting this one. Because that's gonna be a 50 item level increase. That's sure to be like a lot, right? Right. And then after this, it is me waiting for hero pieces. I just feel bad for like the helmet. This one's gonna still be a bit, but it's only a 16 item level increase compared to freaking the neck, which is so low. A comparison. Oh, I did make. Okay, so I did use a spark on the helmet at least. Yeah. So the next craft is going to be this. After that is probably going to be bracers. I guess I should try to farm up more gilded if possible, but I have to do keys. Oh, keys. Who does that? And then this one needs more stuff. But I think that's a later thing. I feel bad because I'm using my carved crest and I don't want to. Oh, no, I'm using ruined and I don't want to. That's right. Oh, well. That's how it goes. I prefer to just use it on hero stuff, but I think that's okay. Alright, let me double check. Any lose? Still no newsies. Anything on socials? Yeah, I gotta do 7s, so. I mean, when I was trying to do Tazafish, I was like, "Hey guys, let's see how it goes," you know, and that's supposed to be the equivalent of a 10, which is, you know, it's 10 plus you have to deal with both fortified and tyrannical bonuses on top of that, so it's balanced towards it, and it's just like, ugh, that's rough. So I have a feeling doing a 7 won't feel like as bad, just bad. I should at least keep an eye out for like orders while I'm still here and hanging out for a bit. You guys are running tasks too? How far did you guys get? Like, we didn't have like pumpers either. Let's see, who was with me? It was me healing, or not me. It was me, Adversus on his alt spec healing, Mac, Neeb, and I think, shit, I feel bad. Mac, Neeb, Adversus, me. Shit, who was the 5th one? I think it was Mort. Yeah, it was Mort. Yeah, so Mort was doing the damage. And we just got slapped. Oh, that was my bad, Mort. I thought it was Oinky who said that they got destroyed in Taz. My bad. Can you tell I'm not 100% yet? Yeah. Anyway. All right, turn this thing in. The brain fog. Yeah, I'll say it's that. It's totally not. I just read chat wrong. So there'll be 2 people that can't TPS trying to do hard mode. Yep. And a good chunk of those pulls were spent like me jogging my memory. I was like, how does this work again? That's right. Prison goes out. Gotta chase. Do this. Do that. Yeah. But hey, that's who signed up, so that's who comes. All right, any good stuff? Easy stuff. All right, anything to sell. I've been doing some like minor sales here and there. $4,000 here, $4,000 there. Oh yeah, I forgot about Blasphemite. Blasphemite, for some reason, like someone reset it, and the prices on those were going pretty good. Mm-hmm. All right. You know, something I noticed from the trading post stuff, I didn't know that there were 2 other colors. So like, where is it? There we go. So here's the Bronzebeard stuff. So I have this bronze and this white one, wherever they call it white. But then there's also this blue set and a red one, which I don't quite. It's kind of red. I'd say this is more red, but I don't know where the red is here. Oh well, no big deal. But I like this one. This one looks kind of cool. Where does the Lamplighter's Bulwark drop? I think that's a rare mob. I think. Or it's a rare drop from off of a rare. That's how I kind of remember it. Okay, let me jog my memory. I think I just bought that one, actually, because I think it's just a world drop, and you can buy it as a BOE. So, okay, maybe not there. Maybe not. Or it's just really that rare. So... What does Undermine Exchange tell me? From the farming events? Blade, Bulwark. No one is selling it. Yeah, I think there was like you get boxes and stuff from doing those events, so I think you might get it from that too. Alright, I'm on this guy because I wanted to check if I sold stuff. Nope. Yeah, really? Oh, well, okay, nothing's gonna sell for 10 million. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Okay, so all the stuff that I wanted to sell did sell. Oh, okay, so just not the elite. Got it. Got it. Okay, so Blasphemites. Is that still going good? It's going for, wow, 2 grand now? Holy shit. Okay, can I make some? Okay, I can make some. Cool. We're making some. Oh, wait, that's the wrong thing. Shit. Okay, I'm not making nearly as many. Okay, I'm making 4. And then I'll do some stone stuff. Now I can, that's a 5th one. Crazy how some of these are like suddenly just moving, or how they're suddenly selling for a lot. Oh, I have 40 of them. Oh. Okay. Sure. Yeah, the other day I sold a bunch of them for I think like 1,700 or something like that. So I made like a good couple hundred grand off of that. That was neat. And yeah, these are going too. Not bad. I guess people are just making a bunch of good gems, maybe? No, it can't be gems. I don't know what. I don't know what they're making. Let's see. There's that one. I forgot the name of the item. That magnificent something jeweler setting. Is it this one that people are selling a bunch of? I guess so. Trading Post has stuff in there this month that has me somewhat intrigued. I picked up the sweats. I picked up the sweats and I picked up the cowl. The transmog the ensemble that you get, the dwarven one, it's cool, but it wasn't like cool enough. Oh, and I finished the thing already. Nice. Yeah, so like this is all right. But not all right. Like the coolest thing I think is like the shoulders. But I'm not a big shoulder person. They just happen to look pretty good. I like the way that these sit. Got the Red Dwarf set, the Dwarf Cannon Hammer, and the cowl, but I also play a broad character, so the shoulders really pop. Like orc stuff, that's usually it. Because those are pretty nuts. So like, if I slim this down, I mean it's a somewhat understated set of pants, which is like okay. Where are the gloves? There we go. So gloves look like that otherwise. And then the boots are pretty plain looking. So they're just that. Which is like solid, but it's not like all that cool either. I do like the chest though. Chest though is pretty sweet. So like, oh, you know, I like that. I like that it has like this little V-neck here, plus the 3D effect on the chest. So I think that looks pretty cool. It's not too crazy looking, but it is kind of crazy looking. Too bad about the shoes though. I think if the shoes were better, I would consider going for this one. Otherwise, I mean, I'm sitting on 8,000 tender at the moment. I think I'm pretty good. I didn't pick up this though. I did not pick up this one. I can't think of a way that it would go together with other stuff because, you know, this is, I mean, they've been doing this since Legion. As far back as Legion, when they started to create like the chest and legs, how they're kind of like, how they pretty much have to go together. Otherwise it's going to look really jank. So, like if I were to take off the chest, then I'm just left with this. Now it looks like a skirt, which is very cute. Not fond of the sweats? I mean, is it the colors? Because where's it at? There we go. Is it the color that's not, you're not really feeling it with? It is kind of goofy with the massive stitching, but oh well. All the colors you don't like them? Got it. It would be cool if if like the banding here had a 3D effect to it. I think that'd be pretty neat. But then this would have to be like a waist if they wanted to do something like that. But then again, I don't even... that would be interesting though, if they used that as the waist. It's just like the elastic for what is otherwise part of built into the sweats. Not sure how inch-wide stitching is to keep water out. Their sweats no protection in combat? Oh, come on, dude. You see all sorts of like scantily clad guys and girls wearing barely nothing. And it's like their vibe. But hey, maybe this is the kind of person that just wants to, you know, stay in for the most part. But they have to go out and save the world. Grr. Anyway, I'm going to head out. And I'm going to keep an eye out for the new build. As soon as that comes up, I'm going to start checking it out. I won't be streaming it if it comes out today, but I'll definitely be streaming it tomorrow if it happens to deploy. If so, great. Then we'll check things out, see how it's like. Otherwise, off I go. You guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks again to Taliesin for bringing folks over, and thank you guys for just like hanging out. I appreciate it. I know I've been gone for a week. I'm still not 100%, but I appreciate you showing up. So you guys have a great rest of your thing. May your loots be merry, and until next time, stay safe, stay